Hello guys, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. This is Mohsen Azam interacting with you from my YouTube channel Business Innovation. Today we are going to start our fifth lesson. In today's lesson or tutorial we will discuss Excel table. So in the Excel table we will discuss our four main topics. The first topic will be how to create Excel table, and then advantages of Excel table, and then structured reference or structured reference and slicer. So first of all, how to create Excel table. Excel table is basically convert any tabular format to a table. For example, if you have any regular data in Excel and you want to convert it to a tabular form. So the first step will be how to insert Excel table. So now for example, this is the regular data I have in my Excel table, and now if I have to convert this data to a tabular form, there are basically two steps, two procedures. One is direct from ribbon, you have insert tab here, and from insert you have table here, or you can directly click Ctrl plus T. So when you click Ctrl plus T, a new dialog box will be appear. In this new dialog box, you have to select the data which you want to convert to a table. So basically, if you see the window here, Excel automatically detect the range of data which is available in my Excel sheet. If the data given in the sheet, in the Excel sheet, is not covered in the range which is selected automatically by the Excel, you can select the data by clicking this arrow, and you can reselect the data by selecting the range again. You have to click it again. And the third step, here we have one tick mark. My table has headers. So for example, if your table have headers already, which already my table have, so you have to click tick mark, otherwise no need to click this tick mark, and then I will click OK. So now my table, my regular data is converted to an Excel table. In the second topic, we will discuss the advantages of Excel table. So the first advantage is filter and sort option is applied to all the columns automatically. If you check your Excel table, you have here a down arrow. If you click here, you can filter anything. For example, if I want to see Azam, I will click here Azam, and by clicking OK, I can filter Azam here easily. So the filter options, filter and sort options, sort we will discuss later on, but these options will be automatically applied to the table. Drag and change the range of Excel table. The second point is basically drag and change the range of Excel table. So as it's clear from the view, you have specified number of columns and rows. If you want to add any new column or row from the corner, you can drag it towards right to add new column, or you can drag it below to add new row. The third advantage is adding other row to the table. So if you want to add any row to the table, you can write anything below the table and it will be automatically added to the table. For example, if I write here anything, for example Wali, and if I click enter, this row is added automatically to my Excel table. The fourth advantage is if you click in the last cell, the tab from your keyboard, a new row will be added. Okay. The fifth one is any change in the cell of the table will propagate to the entire column. So for example, or if you want to apply any formula in the first cell, for example, equal to, and then if I want to multiply my last month with 1.1, and by clicking enter, see, all the formulas are updated automatically here. You can add any in the table. You can add any row or column by just clicking right. You click right, you have the insert option here, and there you can add the column by clicking table column to the left. So it will add new column towards the left. See, or if you want to add row, so by clicking insert table row above, you can add the row also. I will click Ctrl Z here to remove. The seventh one is dynamic nature of table. Dynamic nature of table basically is, we discuss that for example, if you write anything below the Excel table, for example Khan, if I write here and by clicking enter, the table is automatically or by default extending the limit to the next row. So here the last row, as we insert now, if you check here the formula which we applied here before, it's applied here also. If you insert any other row by clicking tab, now if you check here the same formula which was in the top rows, it is applied in the newly added row. And same, if you check here, the formats are also applied here. So basically it will copy the formats, copy the data, copy the formula. Contextual table is hidden tab appear only table object when table object or chart is selected. For example, this is my table. If I click on the table here, table tool or table design will appear. If I click outside, it will disappear. So these are the properties related to the table. If you click here table design, here we have number of options. First of all, you will see here the table name. So the table name, if you want to modify, you can modify here. So I will write the table name as Mohsin. Now the name of my table is now Mohsin. Here we have other option, resize table. You can change the range or you can change the table size by clicking here resize. See, again you can change the range of your table or the size of your table by clicking OK. Then you have summarize with pivot table. So we have to discuss the pivot table. It is not yet discussed. You can remove the duplicate by clicking here remove the duplicate. You can uncheck all the other from where you want to remove the duplicate. For example, if I want to remove the duplicate from my employee, from my first column, if by clicking OK, see all the duplicates, those who are repeating, it's already removed from my table. I'll click Ctrl Z. Convert to range. Convert to range means if you want to convert the table again to the regular data, you can click here convert to range, and by clicking yes, now this data is no more in the table, though the formats are here, but it's not a tabular form now. So I will click Ctrl Z to bring the data back to a table. This insert slicer is our last topic. We will discuss later on. And export, if you want to export the data outside to any other format. And refresh if the table is linked to any other source of data, you can refresh, you can click refresh here, and by clicking refresh all, the data will be updated. After this we have table styles. If you want to change the style of the table, you can change it. For example, if I don't want to keep any color, I will click here. So you see now the data is here, it is in the tabular form, but the formats are not here. If you want to change it to any other format, you can click here, or if you want to create your own format, you can click here new table style and you can create your own. So it's all depend upon you. Filter button, if you uncheck this, the filters which was coming here, it will disappear. After this we have header rows. If you uncheck the header rows, the header will gone. So it means it doesn't mean that the header is no more here. All the headers are there, but it is disappeared from the window. If you click it again, it will appear again. Total row, this is very important option. This we will discuss later on. But after this we will discuss banded rows. Banded rows means the color format in the rows. See, so one row is colored, one is not colored. If you uncheck, the band will go. If you check it, the band will again come again. And the first column is, if you want to make the first column bold, you can click it first column and it will be converted to bold. Last column you can convert to bold also, but I don't have any data in my last column, so that's why it will not appear. Banded column, if you want to apply any formats or color in the columns, so you can check from here for the banded columns. Now total to the rows, if I click tick mark here, see what's happened, a total summary is appeared here. Now see here I have nothing, but I can apply a lot of things from here. If I click here and I will select from here sum, so by entering OK, see now my Excel table is automatically calculating the sum of this entire column. Every column have the same summary here. For example, from this last month I want to select the maximum, so by clicking max, it will give us the maximum data available in this column. From cumulative I will select minimum, so minimum is here 0, and average, if you want to select from here, this is the average value, and here we don't have anything in the column. If you want to make sum or anything, you can do it. So this is basically, if you want to create the summary of the data in your columns, by clicking here total row, it will give you the total. Okay, so these are basically the different advantages and feature Excel table. We can clearly see that how Excel table is different from a regular data. After this we have structural reference. What is structural reference? Basically combination of table name and column headers is called structural reference. Table name and column name can be used in formula instead of normal cell name. So structural reference is basically the name of the table plus the name of the column or the header of the column. How we can view this? For example, if I want to add this entire column outside the table, for example the sum of this column I need outside the table, what I will do, I will write here sum and then bracket, then again I will write here Mohsin because my table name is Mohsin. So my Excel table will appear here. Then bracket. By clicking this bracket, Now see, we have the different options. These options are from my table. These are basically the headers of my table. Employee is the one of the header of my employee name, current month. For example, if I want to add my current month, all the data of my current month, I will click here and then I will close the bracket and click. I will close the bracket again, and by clicking enter it will give me the sum of this entire table. So if you see here, I have the sum formula for my current month, but how I am getting it? First I have the table name, and next I have the current month, the header name of the column. So motion is basically my table name, and current month is basically the header name of my column for which I need the sum. And if you want to apply anything inside your table, the structure reference, for example, if I want to add last month with the next month, so I will click equal to, and then I will select last month. So see, at the rate last month is coming. Then I will add here plus sign, and then I will click the next month by clicking enter. See that the formula is automatically applied to the all the rows of the column. So if you check here in the formula, instead of the cell name, it is coming last month plus next month. If you check here, we don't have the table name because the data is inside the table. So this is basically the nomenclature which we are using in Excel table. If you have to add any two cells, or if you want to calculate the sum or anything in Excel table, you can use the structure references, and by using the structure references you can find the sum, you can find the average, anything from your Excel table. For example, if I want to calculate the average, then I will select my table. So I will write here motion. See, my table is appearing here. Now I have to select from which column I need the average. So I will click bracket here. Now if you want to select all, you can click here all, so it will select all the table. But in this case I have to calculate the average from one column, so I will select the last month, and then I will close the bracket, and then I will close the bracket again, and clicking enter, it will give me the average of the last month. After this, slicer. What is slicer? Slicer is basically a way of filtering the data from Excel table. So if I click here insert, a new dialog box will appear, and basically this dialog box is asking you that on which column you want to apply the slicer. So from here I have to select one of the column on which I want to insert the slicer. So I will select here the employee, and by clicking OK, it will give me a new dialog box, or a new window. What are there in the new window? For example, we have the different employees names here in my slicer. If I click any of the employee, for example Abid, see, my Excel table is giving me the summary of the Abid for the current month, for the last month, cumulative, next month. If I want to see Azam, I will click Azam, and it will give me the summary of Azam. Basit, it will give me the summary of Basit, and Khan, it will give me the summary of Khan. So these are the different features of Excel table. That's it for today. Hope you will understand the Excel tables. If you like the video, please visit my YouTube channel and subscribe Business Innovation. Thanks for watching.